Hey guys, just a quick video. I want to touch on the brief history of the world time model from Patek Philippe. This video is actually inspired by the arrival of a new strap for my wife's world time. If I just flip the camera, you'll see exactly what has just arrived. So we've got a pearly white leather strap which has now been placed on my wife's 7130R world time, and it's my view that this pearly white leather strap brings out the best in this watch. It really allows the watch to shine. And I'm wearing my 5231J world time watch. Very much a big fan of the world time complication. So we're just going to have a quick chit chat about the world time in general, where it started all the way to where it is today. The first world time from Patek Philippe dates back to 1937, and this is a time when long distance travel it was pretty much a luxury reserved for the elite. You know, travel was something that was so costly, risky, time intensive, and it was really reserved for, you know, the elite in society, the gentlemen. It wasn't something that everybody could actually do. So Patek Philippe, they came up with a function, which is to have a world time, which has its practicalities. I mean, I'll give you an example. You've got your diver watches. You know, these watches, obviously they serve a function, and you've got these watches which you know, they serve the function of being able to tell the time anywhere in the world by just glancing at the watch. A piece of craftsmanship that makes one dream when looking down at one's wrist. Would it be cocktail hour in the Maldives right now? What might that business partner in New York be doing? Where is the sun over Cairo right now? This complication makes a globetrotter out of every owner, no matter how attached he or she may be to their homeland. We should keep in mind that every larger region some 200 years ago ran on its very own time zone, and this was determined with the help from the position of the sun. When the sun was at its zenith, it was 12 o'clock noon. This was as simple as it was precise. However, this became more complicated as the railroads became more common. All of the times at different places made creating coordinated schedules increasingly difficult, and it was in 1884 at the International Meridian Conference in Washington that it was agreed that the time of the world should be divided into 24 time zones. Following this, it was independent watchmaker Louis Cotier who managed to find a corresponding watchmaking solution for the New World Order. It manifested itself in the form of horas universales. At the first center of the world time watch was an inner ring divided into 12 hours and an outer ring with 24-hour markers. And on that particular version, there was actually 31 cities to represent respective time zones. And it was Louis Cotier with horology house Patek Philippe who went on to design the very first world time watch in 1937. The movement within these two particular watches, they both share exactly the same movement. It's the 240 HU. HU, of course, being horas universales. So it's the 240 HU. It's worth pointing out that throughout the history of the world time, depending on what's happening geopolitically, the cities that are named on the outer ring have often changed. As an example, on previous editions of the world time, we had Hong Kong listed. Today's version shows Beijing. Previously we also had Munster rather than Paris, and that's shifted depending on what's happening geopolitically throughout history. The beauty of the world time is at the center of the dial. It has a space for Patek Philippe to get to work with craftsmanship. So in this case, with the 7130R, you'll see a hand-turned guilloche dial, and that's a work of art on its own. And of course, on this watch, we've got the Cloisonné dial with enamel. I mean, it's a piece of art. Literally, quite literally, it's a piece of art within what is a piece of art, being the watch itself. The case diameter on the women's version is 36 millimeters, and on the gentleman's version it's 38.5 millimeters. The women's version is set with 62 diamonds, and I believe it's 27 diamonds set within the prong buckle. So there's 27 diamonds in the prong buckle and 62 diamonds set around the outer bezel. Absolutely stunning. The world time for me is the grail. It is the grail, and what a pleasure to have been able to acquire two of these, one for my good lady and of course one for myself. And as they say, or should I say, as I say, Patek is king. Patek is king, guys. Thank you.